Yes, and with that, a warm welcome. It's great to have you here. Here, this is how it looks. The car is washed. It's currently around 4 or 5 degrees. The sun is coming out, but the car is still wet. And now you're here at the self-service car wash, and you want to seal it super easily and quickly. But I've brought you a product that hasn't been featured on the channel for a while. But today, I'm bringing it back to you. Here it is, the Raindrop Bazooka from SOFT99. This is actually ideal for these winter days because you could just, if there were a bit more going on here, like it is for me, everything is clear. Especially if there are more people at your self-service car wash, you can just drive out. It's best in the shade because we also have a shaded spot here. Take a look here. I would just drive to the side here if it were busy. And then you can have a wonderful time here, seal the car with it. So let's take a look at that now. Raindrop Bazooka AS, a winter quick seal dryer aid, everything in one. Let's go. Yes, and this is how it looks. You really know the bottle shape. It's very, very special. And it's super easy to apply. You spray it onto the wet surface. First, let's take a look at the beading behavior. I think we can skip that with the pressure washer because you can already see it here. There are still puddles of water on the paint surface. On the roof, there are also ultra-flat water droplets. Also here in the front, you can see it quite well, maybe even better in the shade. So there are really very flat droplets on it. The paint is just clean, and we can always apply it together right away. Let's take the front here as an example. The hood, I just spray it. A little bit of product on the surface. SOFT99 always shows it in an S like Sebastian. Or in N, you can choose for yourselves. And then we just spray a little bit on here. You can also use your favorite leather, spray it on here. And then you take a cloth, fold it up a bit. And now you can, your paint, dry it and seal it at the same time. This is now a very simple one, 500 GSM cloth, no special drying cloth. Now you've completely removed the water. Look, everything's gone. And now you turn the cloth to a dry side and just polish it out again. It's really totally relaxing. So that's all there is to it. We'll do the same thing on the roof. It's definitely much more relaxed without the camera. So that's one application. So just a little bit here, like a big U. At some point, the cloth will be soaked with water and product. Then it's best to take a second one. But I'll just show you here the application. You want to film it on the side too. All right. And just like that, over the entire surface. Go over, long arm, at least get to the middle. That would be important. Now turn the cloth. And now you can just polish it out in circular motions. Works great. So, if you seal it with this, you can skip the drying cloth. That's really the point. And that's why I wanted to show it to you. Because it's just perfect for this time of year. Especially this change. Cold. I can just make a little wiggly line like this. I can also do that with a wet applicator, or it will get wet on its own. But with a cloth, it works just as easily. So now a long arm. And then we will definitely leave it a little hard in. If you notice that it's really tight with one cloth, folks, so make sure to take a second one with you to that. I have to look for a dry side here already. So, and now just here again, go over. And if there are just very light water residues left, that's not a problem at all. So, and that's how you go over the entire car, seal it on the sides too. And now we're going to do that with 2 cloths. With that, we apply it, and with the gray one, we take it off. So it's definitely much easier with 2 free hands. You can do that just as well back here. Do it at the back. 4 lines. So you really need very little product. Now you dry, or let's say pre-dry, your car with the appropriate cloth. The nice thing is you can also remove all the runoff marks with it. And that's the advantage. That's why, for me, it's a nice drying aid. As for that, the vehicle is now clean in that area. So with that, we're sharing the entire sealing. And the nice thing is the sealant is also in the cloth, which means there's actually some leftover product in there as well. And now we're just going to take a clean cloth to dry and polish now. And my tip, If you're feeling a bit stressed at the self-service car wash, it's really busy right now, then you can actually do that at home. You just need to find your shadow spot at home, just spray a little water on the car again, find a shaded spot, just spray a little water on the car again. You can also use a spray bottle or a pressure sprayer, make the car wet again, and then apply the Raindrop Bazooka. And with that, you're actually done around the car. The same here on the side, at the front, still. And then we'll let it cure a bit more, and then we'll check it out at home. Let's check the repellent behavior, shall we? So, see you in a bit. Yes, then I'm back again, and the whole thing was able to harden completely again for an hour and a half. I tidied up a bit during that time, and now let's take a good look at it here. So, you see the vehicle was able to sit nicely here in the shade in front of my garage. Also, dry it off again. I didn't find any runs either, everything looks good, and now let's just come over here. Spray with pressure, see how the works. Raindrop Bazooka. That looks good. I'm going to adjust the nozzle a bit more relaxed so it sprays nicely and finely. It really looks top notch. So that's how it should be. I really like it. Wonderful repellent behavior. And I also applied it to the rims. We can start a long-term test right away. So here on the hood on the paint. Absolutely top. Really beautiful. Repellent behavior. If here the little dust which has already settled in time, when it gets washed away, you'll have really nice clear drainage paths. Looks good, so it's perfect for a quick action. And yes, it worked perfectly as a drying aid. So we can also take a look at the rims right away. And there too. I'll include this as a rim sealant in the long-term test. You can see it here. Looks very good. And I have a comparison so that we can always compare it with an unsealed rim and see how it approaches. Let's go to the other side. Here you have the look of how it looks when it's not sealed. Yes, I think you can see it clearly. There's really nothing going on there. But on here, on the paint, there you have a really nice sealant applied. And also at the back on the entire rear section, everything. Nice, relaxed, and sealed. And we also have it on the windows. So that's how it should be. I don't want to get the whole car wet, otherwise I'll have to spray everything down again with the dryer, because I don't want any water spots. In the end, and that's why that should be enough, right? Here at the back, completely, also applied a dream. That's how it should be. And I think that's especially important for the winter days, really. An exciting topic now, especially for the transitions when it's still so cold, and after washing you really feel the urge to drive home at some point. This is just a way to dry and seal in one step, because that works best, and also, as it says, according to the instructions, it should be applied on wet paint. And I already mentioned it, if you say, hey, I'd rather just drive home from the self-service box and do it at home, you just need to spray the vehicle a bit with water at home. That should be doable for most people. Otherwise, just drive around the corner from the self-service box, find a shady spot, and apply the product. So that should definitely work somehow. Feel free to give it a try. I'll link it for you below. And you can get a long way with this amount because you really only need a very small amount. Just spray a letter here and you're done. And then it works really, really well. You don't have to mist the entire surface with it. So the product consumption should be very, very low here. Until next time. I'll give you an update. Get in, your Sebastian. Hey guys.